Ever since when Wuthering Waves has announced its premiere teaser on May 22nd, 2022, it barely had some sort of attraction or attention, but it gradually had its appeal to both players and content creators, myself included, showing its dark atmosphere and its post-apocalyptic theme within the game, giving a sense of dread and unknown dangers ahead of us, with the inclusion of their main core, that is, the combat system. As time goes on, they've gone through a list of changes and improvements with the help of recent feedbacks, concerns, and issues to those who partake in both CBT1 and CBT2. For example is the color palette, which is majority say it was dull. Well, given the fact that this is a post-apocalyptic world in the game, personally I don't mind at all, but they could have at least added a bit of variation to the landscapes and terrains, and I guess that includes the weather as well. The story was significantly bad on the early closed beta. Some features that needs improvements like the sound effects, character designs, and the new ecosystem that was added on CBT1 and much more. Despite all of this, Courier Games acknowledged these feedbacks, issues or concerns with open arms, and in their dev interview, they know it was bad, including the story of the game, and also gave a chance for an official apology to the players who partake on the first closed beta test, as I mentioned earlier. So before I continue this discussion, I'm currently working on reaching 4,000 subscriber milestone and maybe do a live stream after that. Who knows? If you'd like to see more content related to this or some saucy content I have on my channel, just subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and feel free to leave any comments about your thoughts and such, and feel free to join my Discord. The link is in the description below, but again, I'm not gonna force you. The decision is up to you regardless. Without further ado, let's continue. When I watched the video, I'm surprised but at the same time felt the sense of relief that they're now redoing the overall progress of their game. Heck, 90% of the story has been remade, and they also stated that this game has been in development for 2 to 3 years, and they're actually redoing it. The character design also made significant change, including Yin and others, with the jiggle physics on, and also their gacha system as well, in which I would say it was great, and I mean it genuinely. 100% guaranteed on a weapon banner, and not to mention they made some changes to the banner at the launch of the game, in which you have the option to pick 1 out of 5 5-star characters in the game. For me, I'll go for Kalcharo. Need I say more? Also, I'd like to bring up that it has the same gacha system on their previous game, Punishing Grey Raven, which is, I'm sure you guys never heard of this before until you've seen creators react it to the 100% motivational video like this one right here. Genshin Impact focused more on casual gaming experience, but when it comes to like beating the Spiral Abyss, you had to rely on your character's elements and reactions, plus with crowd control and some mechanics in order to work things correctly as a team. It does have an appeal to the hardcore players, but it wasn't enough for them to satisfy. On the flip side, Wuthering Waves does have an appeal to both hardcore and casual players, but majority will be the hardcore ones because 1. You have the option to change the difficulty of the bosses that you want, similar to Punishing Grey Raven, their previous games. 2. The combat relied heavily on skills and reflexes, timing your parry against the bosses, learn their attack patterns depending on what difficulty you choose, and so on, thus giving a sense of reward and accomplishments from these fights. Full disclosure, whenever I play fast-paced games like PGR or Devil May Cry or God Eater 3, and so on, I tend to go all out offensive sometimes, but I ended up getting killed because of it. Don't ask why I did that. After its recent attention on CBT2, content creators and streamers are giving their first impressions to the game. Some are positive, some are negative. Some made tier lists on which character you prioritize or you pull, but there were some cases where they make clickbait videos saying that Wuthering Waves will flop, Wuthering Waves will fail, like this douchebag right here. But one thing that some creators didn't notice is that even if you made negative remarks to the game, you're actually marketing it, you're promoting the game, you are already part of this hype train. Also, one thing I'd like to add when it comes to the tier list, you don't need to make one. Any character you want to get can be a DPS, and it's different from Genshin. There is no such thing as one-shot mechanic, there is no such thing as elemental reactions, There's no cheese static, like for example you have to use Nuvolet's elemental skill that you gotta spin your phone to beat the Spiral Abyss. No, that's not gonna happen. As long as you know how to use the character and based on their weapon speed intervals, plus on how good your reflexes are in parry and dodging, you can literally solo clear the content, regardless of what difficulty you choose. If you're not good at using characters that you like or you hate, then you have skill issue. That's what sets apart from Genshin. It's also the reason as to why I'm excited to play Wuthering Waves once it comes out. Sadly, I never got into the second closed beta test because my computer is old as fuck and now it's nearing to its retirement age. And here is my current specs I'm using right now. But at the very least, I get to see every streamer or content creator's first impression, their playstyle, and their reaction to the game, including the opening scene, the battle against the Crownless for the first time, the dancing turtle meme, first experience of playing Jiyan against the rabbit bird, and a lot of screen time with Scar and a battle against Scar. But there are some people who they call themselves as the defenders of this Genshin shit or whatever, calling out Wuthering Waves as a copy of Genshin. No, they're not. And I guess you already heard that Genshin is a copy of Breath of the Wild. Like, bro, like do some fucking research before making an argument. Both had a different IP. They may look the same when it comes to the open world settings and exploration, but the difference is that Genshin lacks combat features that Wuthering Waves has. Currently, the number of pre-registrations is now nearing 25 million and will be reaching its last milestone reward. Despite what other streamers or content creators showing concerns about their marketing, they actually managed to pull it off and they don't want to make the same mistake like what they did in the early days of punishing Grey Raven. They recently uploaded a Resonator showcase of Ling Yang, the Lion Dancer, and surprisingly his voice changed too, plus with more backstory, and the OST is banger, but we'll set that aside for now. When it comes to marketing, there's always a pros and cons, so they have to take time for consideration. Ultimately, the game that resonates more with players, offers unique and engaging gameplay, and effectively captures the attention to its target audience is likely to be more successful. However, predicting the success of a game can be challenging as it depends on the variety of factors and can often be influenced by unexpected trends or player preferences. It has potential benefits that will cater both hardcore and casual gamers, but it's important for developers and marketeers to carefully consider how to maximize their finances and engage each audience and segment to maximize the game's success, creating a balanced approach that acknowledges the different needs and preferences of each group. With all that being said, I don't want to set my expectations high on that one, but I will say that this game, as I mentioned earlier, will have a monumental success that no other games can. Some say that this might be the Genshin killer. I mean, Genshin already killed itself, so why would you need to bring one up in this conviction? This is a direct competition against Genshin. No arguments on that one. So in my conclusion, while competing between two video games hoping for success, maybe not, maybe so, but time will tell, guys. It's essential to focus on creating a high quality, engaging experience that stands out in the market and resonates with players. Success in the gaming industry often requires a combination of innovations, creativity, and a deep understanding of players' preferences. So to the player base or community supporting the games, your support and engagement are vital to the success of the games you love. Continue to share your feedback, create content, and engage with other players to help grow the community. Your passion and enthusiasm make gaming more enjoyable for everyone involved. And to the developers, success in the gaming industry is not just having a great game. It's also about understanding your audience, building a community, and effective marketing. Stay true to your vision, innovate where you can, and engage with your players. Best of luck with your games, as always. And if you guys or ladies are asking, do I have any plans to make content once the game comes out? My answer is yes, absolutely. I will make content 100% of it. Probably do a showcase against bosses on high difficulty or doing it live stream, and then the chat is gonna spam skill issue, but at the very least I had fun. That's what matters.